all the way from Alaska. Also, I want to incorporate some corn inside the same pot with my crab legs. I'm also going to take some eggs and place them inside the pot with my crab legs. Excuse me. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I want to season the water. That's what I'm going to go ahead and put in the water, and I'm going to take about 3 bay leaves and drop them off in the water. I'm going to come back. I'm going to grab my corn. I have 4 pieces of corn. I'm going to go ahead and drop those off up in there. I haven't put any seasoning in there, not just yet. Now, I'm not going to put the eggs in there just yet. I'm going to let that corn sit in that water a little bit. While I have my corn and my bay leaves in the water cooking, what I do, I actually use a lot of seasoning. Where I come from, East Coast, from Virginia. So this here is blackened seasoning, but it's made by Old Bay. You know, you can use it for seafood, shrimp. And today I'm going to go ahead and use it on my crab legs. What I want to do, I want to actually go ahead and season these snow crabs here. Season it real good. Not too much, because most of the seasoning is going to come from the water. I actually never knew how to cook crab legs. I learned by watching my mother and my sisters and my aunts and everything make them, and one day I decided, hey, I want to try that. I cooked it for the first time. I loved it. My wife loved it. My children loved it. And ever since then, I've just been cooking it for my family. So it's a little bit of a tradition for us. So I went ahead and placed some of the blackened seasoning, Old Bay, on the crab. And I'm going to go ahead and put some in the water as well. But in the water, I'm going to go ahead and put some Cajun all seasoning. Got seasoning real good. Season it up, it all. Italian perfect pinch seasoning. Okay. And then we have garlic powder. Now, garlic is going to be one of the main ingredients in this. Garlic is good for your heart. I like garlic. I like a lot of garlic. And some paprika. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So, we're going to grab my seasonings here, and we're going to go over to the pot. Now, right now, the pot is on high. We don't want it on high because we don't want that corn cooking too fast. So I'm going to put that on low. It's like a third of water in here, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and add the Old Bay. Oh, how wonderful is Pandora. Put the commercials in the background. Okay, so just put enough of that in there. You can add a little bit more as you go on. It's about a third of water in there, so you might add just a little bit more extra seasoning. I have garlic powder here. Like I said, garlic is very important with these crab legs here, so I'm going to put all that at the bottom. Not a certain amount. Whatever is desirable to you. Cajun all seasoning. Now, some of my kids like Cajun spices, but mainly my second oldest and my little baby girl. That's right, the little baby that likes spicy stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the pot. Like I said, no matter how much, you can put a lot or a little bit. All right, I like keeping things clean as I go along. I'm a father, a husband. Got to keep things tidy around here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add seasoning it all. Now, with all these spices and all these seasonings and this roux here that I'm creating, I want to tell you something. Drink a lot of water. I keeps it real. Go running. You know, keep yourself healthy. All right, so now that I got that going, I'm gonna go ahead and take my 4 eggs and drop them off in the bottom of the pan. Pot, excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and put some eggs in there. A lot of cultures, they place eggs in there when they cook a lot of crabs or lobster. And when the egg pops open, or when the egg is done, they know that's when the actual crab is done. But I'm actually doing it for that and for taste. So I'm going to go ahead and take the crab clusters that I have here, and I'm going to go ahead and place them in the pot. Now I can already look in there and tell that I may need a little bit more seasoning. Okay, so we have the crab clusters in there, we have the corn in there, and the bay leaves. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab some potatoes. Let's see what we have here. Red potatoes. Alright, so we have some potatoes here. For this meal, it's just going to be me and my wife eating it. My kid's going to eat something else. So we don't have to prepare that many potatoes. So we're going to go ahead and rinse those potatoes off. 4 potatoes. 4 potatoes should be great. Alright, so I'll go ahead on here on my cutting board. Wrap that back up. And we'll go ahead and start chopping up potatoes. The potatoes are going to go in the bottom of this pot here. And those seasonings are going to soak deep down in those potatoes. Now I have it on low, and the reason why I have it on low so that those juices and those seasonings can get in those potatoes, those eggs, and that corn. It's John Coltrane over there on the saxophone. Yeah, I got it right. Nobody John Coltrane. You know, I was watching the Discovery Channel yesterday, right? Real talk. I keep it real. I was watching the Discovery Channel yesterday, and it was Andrew Zimmerman, Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmerman. And he had went to a soul food restaurant. He had went to one of the soul food owners, and he asked her, "What is soul food to you? What does it mean to you?" She said that soul food means love and comfort. That's good. That's good. That's actually a good concept. When I think about soul food, just to be honest, I think about high blood pressure and I think about cholesterol when I think about soul food. And that's just true. You gotta face it. Soul food is good. It has kept families together, but it has also caused a lot of medical problems. Diabetes 1, diabetes 2, health issues. All I'm going to say, I'm not saying don't eat soul food. If you eat it, go work out. Go running. Go play football in the backyard with your friends or your family. Don't sit down and watch TV and let all that stuff sit up inside your body. Be healthy. Alright. Alright, so I got the crab legs in the pot, the corn, the eggs, and the potatoes. I can already tell, like I said before, I may need some more seasoning, but I'll play it by smell. Let's go over here and get this shrimp in this pot. Okay, so now either you can keep the paper from the grocery store, and you can throw your crab shells and everything on it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and toss it away. My mother used to always keep newspaper laying around the home, and I have a lot of newspapers, and I actually have a lot of newspaper at work too. People say, "Why you got so many newspapers?" You never know when you'll need it. To be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna grab my seasoning. Even though they're seasoning at the bottom of the pot where the crab legs are, I want to add more seasonings on my shrimp. Now these are already peeled and deveined shrimp. I'm already rinsed them off. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings to them. So the more seasoning I add on the shrimp, it's going to be more seasonings at the bottom of that pot there. That's why I said I'm not going to add too much seasonings right now, because I knew I was going to add more seasonings with my shrimp here. Seasoning. And I'm going to set that off to the side, because sometimes I'll forget and I'll reuse it again. And I'm going to have the garlic powder. Oh yeah, garlic powder is important. My favorite, Old Bay seasoning. I grew up with it. My mother always used it. Oh yeah, I can smell those blue crabs now. I actually wrote a poem for my grandmother called Fishing with Grandmother. I will have to share that with you all one day. Pretty interesting poem. Cajun seasoning, the same seasonings that I put in my crab leg pot. I'm placing in this here bowl here. Now, this here is paprika. Paprika, I never thought about using it. When I moved from Virginia down to Texas, my cousin used to always use paprika in his shrimp. His name is Michael Brown. And I asked him one day, I said, why do you always put this in your shrimp? He said, it tastes like it has fruit in it. So ever since then, I've been using paprika in my shrimp. Who does not want to have shrimp that tastes like it has fruit in it? I definitely do. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of that in there. Paprika, not too much. It's good enough right there. Oh yeah, that's nice jazz music. You got to create a cool and mellow environment. You know, that vibe of love. If not, I don't know. I feel sorry for you because I ain't in that situation right now. You got to surround yourself around beautiful and lovely things. Paintings, artwork. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give these shrimp a bath in my lovely, delectable brew. Yes, brew. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands now. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and turn that up just a little bit. Once it starts boiling and brewing, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down. Like I said, I want to keep it clean around here. I have 3 kids, and you know, I have a wife, and I have to make sure I keep a clean household. So as that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get these dishes clean. Go ahead and wash these dishes out. I love bleach. I love bleach. Every time I wash dishes, I use bleach. But I didn't want to get bleach on my purple shirt, and my wife get all upset at me, and so I got bleach on the shirt. So, I got a bleach alternative. Ajax. Doesn't turn your purple shirts white. Okay. Alrighty then. So, cleaning up is very important. Cleaning up is very important. Number 1, just clean for yourself, your children. And guess what? You never know when you're going to have company. Just drop on by. Alright. Well, while that's over there cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take a top here. And I'm going to place it on this pot. This pot has been in my marriage for 7 years. When we got married, we didn't have much. All we had was this pot, some Tupperware, and a futon. That's it. But now we have a big pot, this pot, a couple other pots, more pots, 3 kids, a dog, backyard. Okay, so God is good. You just gotta, if you got an idea, stick to the idea, keep going, and never give up. Never give up. What I'm gonna go ahead and do, just to add a little bit more flavor, I believe I have some vinegar around here somewhere. Alrighty then. Never add too much vinegar when you're cooking seafood. Never. Because it can dry it out. So I'm just gonna add a tad bit. Look at that. That's it. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. Alright here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some white wine vinegar. Same thing with this. Don't want to add a lot of that. Wait, just actually, you know what? I'm going to actually switch it up a little bit and add some red wine vinegar. All right. Place the top on that. So that's going to go ahead and bathe in there for, I want to say, 20 minutes. Only because it's on real low. Alright, so we're going to let that cook. So while the crab legs are bathing, I prepared a salad here. I did something a little different. Within this salad is a spinach salad. It has raisins, cucumbers, blueberries, and I want to do something a little different. I went ahead and add pickles. Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do right now, I'm going to go ahead and rinse off these baby tomatoes, and I'm going to go ahead and place them in the salad. Come on with me. Oh yeah. And like two handfuls and a half. That should be great. And I did wash my hands just to show you. I'm gonna wash them again. Because I'm handling raw seafood. I'm gonna go ahead and get these hands washed. My bleach alternative. Bleach is good. I grew up with bleach. All right. All right. So that's what it is. You know, I work full time. My wife is a full-time mother and student. Sometimes you all have to team up with each other and help each other out and make things happen. And that's what I'm doing right now, making something happen. I'm going to go ahead and place some cheese. Just some sharp cheese. Nothing too particular. Nothing too fancy. And I'm going to go ahead and put that cheese in this salad. Kids are upstairs playing. I don't know if you hear them. They're up there. I always keep a rag on hand. And just so if some cheese or something falls, I can scoop that in my hand, get that out the way. Less work I gotta do when the food is done. So the salad is done. The salad is finished. You can toss it with some, you know, the red wine vinegar. I think I'm missing a cucumber. Okay, so you can toss this with red wine vinaigrette and olive oil or ranch. It don't have to be fat-free. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be fat-free. Get some of the fat in there. Go running, go exercising, go play catch with your kids. Your body is a body, and it's created and designed to heal itself. You just gotta put forth the effort, excuse me. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and take my salad. And I don't want, you know, for the spinach to start shriveling up. So I'm gonna go ahead and place some Reynolds wrap on that. As soon as I get it open. All right. So wrap that up with Reynolds wrap. I do have the box somewhere around here. But I don't got the box. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll it up like that. I don't want to use too much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break it with my hand. You know, nothing too fancy. The box is around here somewhere. But I'm gonna go ahead and cover that up.
Southern trees bear strange fruit.
All right. All right. All right, so while the crab legs are bathing and cooking, I'm going to go ahead and have myself a little glass of wine. This is a pretty magnificent piece I picked up. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here and go ahead and open it up. What goes down must come up. All right. I got that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and pour that up in there. Pour a little bit more in there. I got kids, they pour a little bit. No, I'm just messing with you. Check this out. I'm going to take this wine opener. I don't know the name of it. It's called Regina. And I'm going to go ahead and check it out, check it out, check it out. Boom! How about that? How about that? Okay. I'm going to place it back in my G14 classified case. Alright folks, I'm going to go ahead and sit down and listen to some jazz and have a sip of wine and listen to my kids play around upstairs and throw stuff at each other. Alright, I'll see you later folks. So while my crab legs are cooking, I'm just sitting here just looking out the window, looking at the trees blowing. And I just picked up some artwork of mine. And I noticed something very strange. I said I'm going to go ahead and make an art series. And this whole time I've been painting pictures, not knowing they're pretty much almost the same. Let me check it out. Now, hold on. I drew this one first. I drew this one in 2000 and... I painted this one in 2011. Painted that one in 2011. And I painted these two here in 2014. And I was like, whoa. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. I got a 3-part series here. Oh, hear that timer. It's 20-minute mark. But yeah. I want to go ahead and get these framed. I'm thinking about white frames to bring out the color and get them hung up. I said I'm going to go ahead and make this a series, and I already made a series. How about that? I didn't even notice it. Alright, well, I'm going to go back in the kitchen and check on these crab legs. I'm going to go ahead and go from there. Recording?
Yeah. It's not that part.
Well, that timer went off. Let me go ahead and check on. Go ahead, stop it, baby. That is on it. Just let it sit there for a moment. Alright, I got some little macaroni and cheese, garlic, cheese shells over here. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare a dipping sauce for my crab legs. This top secret. Alright, so I went ahead and took the crab legs off the stove. Ooh, look at that. Wow. I got this beautiful green clover bowl here. I'm gonna go ahead and take those crab legs out. Go ahead and put them in the bowl here. Uh-oh, I just broke an egg. That's good though. Lets me know that everything is nice and cooked and juicy. If some of that juice transfer over, that's okay, that's fine. Get all that out. Yeah. Get my eggs out of there. Away though. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get this spoon. Look at that. Those there potatoes. The shrimp. That juice, like I said, that juice is okay. It's not hurting nobody. Spend your money on the juices and the seasoning. That's the egg that I said that broke. Wait, I don't even need that. Put that in. All right. Oh man, I didn't realize how much shrimp I had in there. So I want to make sure I get all the vegetables, all the shrimp, all the potatoes out the bottom of the pot. So I'm going to take my strainer here. Now, like I said, I don't want to waste all that good seasoning that's in this water. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that and add it to my secret sauce. Just a little bit. And we're going to stir that up there. All right. That looks good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this out. Yeah, my kids might gotta eat some of this. I didn't think it was gonna make that much food. All right, so while that's sitting there, I'm just gonna go ahead real quick, rinse my sink out. And I think I just seen the hand on the pot and take some shrimp out. It's Tony Ringgold on the camera. I got my shirt all wet, guys. I got that rinsed out. We'll go ahead and rinse this pot out. A lot of times people, when they get finished cooking, they sit down and eat. That's okay. But right now I'm washing this pot out. Alright, that pot's clean. Wiping off my stove. Alright. Alright, so dinner is served. We have our crab legs here. We have our shrimp. We have our garlic, macaroni and cheese here. We have our spinach salad, our potatoes, our egg, and our corn. And what I saw that was unique about this corn, it had that blackened seasoning in it. You can tell by the dark spots on the corn that the blackened seasoning really set in. My choice today, buttermilk ranch. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of that butter. Yeah. Buttermilk ranch. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. Start with the shrimp. Dip it into Ringgold's secret dipping sauce. Wow. Fantastic. Wow. That's pretty good. Wow, that is good. Everything is fantastic. Go ahead and break off a leg and try this crab leg here. That is great. I was so eager to eat, I forgot to get me something for my shells in. Good thing I got a little pink bowl. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hold you up too long. I'm going to go ahead and feed my family. You've been great. Until next time. Eating healthy.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good.